Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be looking at the file system module. Now, let's get right into it. File system module, basically what it does is it gives you information about files and modules. It lets you use files and files and directories, sorry. So, first we want to go to the homepage of Nodejs, which is nodejs.org. Go to the docs section, click the latest stable version. We've done this many times. We're going to look for the file system module right here, file system. When you click it, there's going to be loads of functions. Scroll all the way down until we see how can we implement this in our code. As you can see, it's just fs in the strings. So let's get into it. Go into our code, create a let. I'm going to call it fs is equal to require. And then in the quotes, fs with small f. Save it, and if we do fs dot, we're gonna get a load of functions, which is exactly what we wanted. Now, every function in this file system is either in an asynchronous form, such as access right here, or a synchronous form, such as access sync. Basically, asynchronous and synchronous, we talked about this a lot before. And this is asynchronous means non-blocking and synchronous means blocking. So asynchronous doesn't block the code and synchronous blocks the code. So today we're going to be looking at the read directory, and we're going to look at the sync for now. When we're creating this read directory sync, all it does is it reads all the files in our directory, and it does it in a synchronous format. So if we put // in quotes, which means the file that I'm currently, like the directory that I'm currently in, then it's gonna grab all the files that is in my directory, and it's gonna print them on the screen. So let me put this inside of a variable. Let files is equal to fs.read directory sync. Now if I console.log this out on the screen, files, and run it in terminal, you'll see what will happen. So open up terminal. Inside of terminal, node space index.js. When I run it, as you can see, it says that in the directory that I'm currently in, we have index.html, index.js, and package.json, which is true. Now, let's see how we can do this in the asynchronous format. This is a bit different. Now, over here, what we're going to do is, first let's head into our code. And what we're going to do is, we're going to write the exact same function in a synchronous format. So, read dir, like so. Now, we're going to give it our // like usual, but every synchronous function ends with a function as its argument, and this function is called the callback function. What it does is, once it retrieves the values asynchronously, it's gonna call this function. So let's write function, and over here create our callback function. So we're gonna have an error. Oh, I'm just gonna call it error, and then we're gonna have our answer files. So now, let's put this in. Oh, I forgot the comma over here. And save it. Okay, so no error so far. Now we're gonna say if there was an error, then console.log in quotes error, comma, error. So it's gonna print out our error. Else print out our error, and so console.log our files, like such. Now I'm gonna put these two lines in quotes so we don't get them confused. Save it, head back into terminal, like so, and then console, execute our code. Node index.js. Run it, and as you can see, we get the same answer, but this time asynchronously. Finally, one last thing that we're gonna do in this video is we're gonna create an error on purpose. So over here, when instead of putting // we're gonna, let's suppose, go question mark. Save it, run it in the terminal again, and see what happens. So index.js, print it, and as you can see, it gives out an error, like there's no such file or directly. So that will be all for today's video. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and see you next time.